Rebecca Clayfish, and you're watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to the community.
Welcome to your hometown news. I'm Charity Seebecker with my co-host, Craig Huffman. Our first guest is from the Tomah Senior Center with some news about Tomah's great holiday shopping hunt on November 20th. Please welcome Pam Buckta. Welcome, Pam.
Welcome, Pam.
Hi. I'm so excited to learn more. So can you tell us, what is this fundraiser? What's it all about?
Tomah's Great Holiday Shopping Hunt is a partnership of 4 entities. We have the Senior Center, Act Theater, Methodist Church, and then they call themselves Sip and Shop, and it's on the 2nd floor of Murray's on Main. And they're all arts and craft fairs, so there's all kinds of vendors in town, and it's on opening day of hunting. Saturday, November 20th, from 9 o'clock to 3:30, all 4 places. And we call ourselves Tomah's Great Holiday Shopping Hunt. And then each of us have the separate names for our separate arts and craft fairs.
Okay. I like how you mentioned it's on, opening day, but that might be good for some of those widowed women that day, because they're missing their husbands or significant other, or maybe they are out in the field or with them hunting, but it gives them a chance to come in after for that afternoon.
We use a bullseye.
There you go.
as our logo for that, with the 4 partners in that bullseye. Individually, we have 3 of us have our own posters. This is the Senior Center's Art and Craft Fair, and we have lots of vendors, 50-50 chance drawing. I've had some Afghans, quilts, different things that there'll be chances for, and all 4 places sell lunch that day as part of their fundraisers.
Well, that's good. Lunch.
So that's the Senior Center. The Methodist Church, I like their poster. And they have, like I said, lunch there. And, they have the quilters at that place. So there's some good quilts and things there. And then at Act Theater is the Dear Widows Holiday shopping stay up for me.
Extravaganza.
Yes. And that has a lot of vendors too there, and lunch there too. And they're all from 9 to 3:30. Sip and Shop in Murray's on Main is upstairs in Murray's on Main. And my understanding is, although that's an arts and craft fair, it's more like vendors like Norwax or Tupperware. This is going back in time, Tupperware, or those kinds of things. So there's a little bit of everything everywhere.
So Pam, what if I'm a vendor? I mean, how could I be included, or if I was interested in being part of this extravaganza?
Well, on our posters, we have the telephone numbers of each place in their section. There is also, check out Tomah's Great Holiday Shopping Hunt Facebook page. Ooh. And Tomah Senior Center has a Facebook page too. And if somebody was interested in Methodist Church and only had my number, I would give it to them. They could call me and I would give it to them, and vice versa for all of them. We work together. And the idea is to bring shoppers into Tomah.
Definitely.
Great opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we have a drawing. We have 2 $50 Tomah Buck certificates. And you can pick up a stamp card at any one of these places, and then go around to all 4 places and get it stamped, and then at your last place put it in, and the next Monday we draw for those 2 $50 Tomah Bucks, And so it's an incentive to go shopping.
So you can spend money and also make it potentially.
Yes,
That's the best way to do it.
And I can't talk about the other places, but I'm thinking that most all of us vendors also donate a door prize. That's a free drawing. So it's well worth a chance of winning something.
And the drawing will be held when?
The drawing for all 4 places is the next Monday. At the senior center. We
After deer hunting.
after deer hunting, and after we put all the buckets from all 4 places together, and then we draw it. Yeah.
And the best part is you mentioned there's food at all 4 locations.
Yes.
So if you can get like your pre-snack shop, snack 1, get your next food item at the next one, or hunters can come in from their morning sit if they get cold, like I normally do, and then come in, eat a little something, and then go back out for the night sit.
Yeah.
The Methodist Church will have soup, bread, dessert bar, and beverage for $6.
Dessert bar.
The act doesn't say what they're going to have, and on my poster doesn't say what we're having, but we're having grilled brats, hamburgers, and hot dogs.
Ooh, yummy.
It just, that time of year, sounds good to me.
Sounds like some good comfort food.
Some great stuff. So speaking of ACT, the Area Community Theater, they also have a new show coming up all together now. Can you talk briefly on that?
They gave me the information, so here goes. The next production of ACT, MTI, which is Music Theater International, made available, I got notes on the back of this poster, people, made available a wonderful selection. I've been talking to Sharon Larkin of songs, allowing all the theaters internationally, not just the United States, but internationally, to put on a show with no royalties for those songs. And it's trying to help theaters worldwide after COVID, COVID's still going on, but due to COVID shutting down a lot of theaters, this is trying to help them get into business again. And it's to be held on the same weekend worldwide. So, November 12th, 13th, and 14th, and 12th and 13th is at 7 o'clock. And 14th is must be a Sunday, 1 o'clock matinee is
awesome.
What they usually do.
Well, we look forward to it, and hopefully our viewers can attend that as well as your guys' event. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Come shop. Come shop.
Catering for the cast and crew has been provided by Bazones and the Strike Zones of Tomah. Great food and fun for the whole family. Up next, pumpkin spice cookies from FlavorWise. But first, we want to thank their sponsors.
Lynxx 24 News and this Connect 24 segment is brought to you by Torkelson Funeral Home, The Little Cottage Home Decor and more, The Fun Company Game Room Store, Oakdale Credit Union, Hardware Hank in New Lisbon.
What really happened to British Airways Flight 284 in 1967? One man is searching for the truth that could bring down governments, and they will stop at nothing to silence him. Retired reporter Ron Hatch must risk it all to expose a nefarious plot that cost 66 innocent lives. Can he outwit U.S., British, and Iranian agents and reveal the terrible truth? Cat's Paw, a timely political thriller by Christopher Mallinger. Available in paperback, ebook, and audio on Amazon.
It's been a long day.
Mom, what's for dinner? Yeah, I'm hungry.
I really don't feel like cooking, so...
The best pizza? Look at that crust and cheese. Amazing burgers and steaks. Just the way I like it. Food the whole family loves. That's our specialty. And don't forget, 12 lanes of bowling fun and a huge game room. Rain or shine, always a great time. Strike Zone and Pizzones in Tomah.
Hardware Hank knows you have projects, lots of important projects, from paint to plumbing, electrical, and yard maintenance. We have the area's largest selection of Milwaukee tools. Hey, it's what the pros use. We even have an in-store chainsaw sharpening service. It's time to build your property's value with Hardware Hank New Lisbon.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
This hot tub is so relaxing. The stress of the week just melts away.
Hanging out with friends is fun.
And we have so many reasons to get together.
My Traeger grill is the difference between a good
and an amazing barbecue.
The Fun Company Game Room Store
is where the fun begins.
At Tomah Health, we're keeping you safe while resuming expanded healthcare services.
I'm Shelley Eggstead, Quality Services Director at Tomah Health. Quality has always been a priority, and it's been part of our mission.
Our staff is taking extra precautions, like offering video visit, virus screening, social distancing, and rigorous disinfecting protocols to provide continuing care.
For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit tomahhealth.org.
You're watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to the community.
As the leaves and weather start to change, harvest time brings an abundance of warming fall flavors. Our palates transition from the light summer flavors to these rich, warm spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg, cocoa, and walnuts, which pair well with nutrient-rich pumpkins. So today we are going to prepare pumpkin cookies.
This episode is sponsored by Moulter's Fresh Market.
We are going to start out with giving some apple cider to get you in the mood.
Yay!
It's nice and warm. It should not be hot.
And this is like our cinnamon stick?
Yes.
Or in Jared's idea, the cinnamon straw to drink your cider from.
I mean, it could work.
It does work.
It does work. It was really good. Yeah.
That's pretty good. The cinnamon straw.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit loud though.
A little bit. It's a Slurpee straw.
So if you have kids on the side while you're preparing some cookies, that's a good way to keep them busy.
Yeah. Oh, are you saying something, Dana? Like the children, give them something to do.
Yeah, keep Big Dum Dum happy. Give him something to do.
With the pumpkin cookies, we are going to mix the wet ingredients. So I just did the egg. Okay. And the pumpkin is considered one of the wet ingredients, so it does add moisture to our meal. So we are using fresh pumpkin today. You can, if it's not in season, because we have a limited time for fresh, you can use canned pumpkin as well.
And if you were going to use like a whole pumpkin,
I use the pressure cooker.
Oh, you smart genius. That's really easy.
You seed it and de-skin it. You need to make sure that you get your skin off. And I put chunks, pretty big chunks, and threw it in the pressure cooker, 12 minutes on high, and it's done. So if you want to make even baby food and freeze it for later use or can it for later use for making pumpkin cookies. So instead of vegetable oil, I used walnut oil. So this is great for cookies because it has almost that toasty sweet smell to it. And you could add walnuts to this recipe as well. We only used a half a cup, and one of the reasons was because of the pumpkin. So with the pumpkin, you lower that oil amount, which is huge. Because how many calories per tablespoon?
130 per tablespoon.
So if we cut out a half a cup,
that's a lot.
That's a lot of calories.
That's a lot.
And we replaced it with pumpkin.
Yeah.
Which was low in calories. Instead of sugar, we are going to use maple syrup.
Okay.
If I use sugar, it would be 1 cup. Instead of 1 cup, I only used a half a cup. They still have the same amount of sugar per tablespoon, but it changes the recipe. So we used less.
Side to side, even comparison, but because like maple syrup or maybe like honey or like a sweeter flavor than just like regular sugar, we can use less.
Right. It is more of a natural choice. It is less processed. Pumpkins contain fiber with them. It helps slow down the absorption of sugar. So we see instead of a spike blood sugar, we see kind of this nice steady raise of energy. And then the dry ingredients, I added flour and baking powder. I have my spices, cinnamon, pumpkin pie spice, and then salt. So I'm adding a teaspoon of milk to the baking soda just to get it nice and mixed around so it'll mix in the batter better. Otherwise, you might get that clump of baking soda. I'm just going to combine them, and then I'll add in the baking soda. Having a cookie once in a while is okay. It can be part of a healthy diet, and you shouldn't feel guilty having a cookie occasionally.
Cookies make this noise when they're freshly baked and warm, and it sounds like somebody singing very sweetly songs of eat me, eat me.
One thing that I do, because like my husband and I, we love to bake, is we give a lot of it away.
Sharing is another way where you can have one or two, and if you struggle with the moderation and it's going to be a temptation, hand them away. One scooper is perfect. This is a batter that is a little bit more moist, as you could see
Okay,
when
yep,
I
so
was
it's a little
making
bit runnier.
Right. But they will rise, and they are more of a cake-like mixture.
I think I'll judge it by how it tastes.
Right.
Like making efforts towards baking a healthier cookie already changes the mentality. Because it's like you bake like regular cookies, you basically resigned yourself to sitting on the couch and eating cookies until you pass out. This is a slightly healthier cookie. Maybe I say no to one of them.
Or it could go the other way too, because it could justify, say, well, this is a healthy cookie, so I can eat more.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
It is still a cookie. It is still important to have moderation. We can make it healthy. Instead of the regular chocolate chips, if you noticed, I used mini chocolate chips. So it distributes that flavor and the sugar a little bit more. Or you could forego the chocolate chips completely and go to maybe a walnut. So then you add more fiber and more nutrients there. Now it's time to get them in the oven. So we have our cookies.
Yes.
All right, it would be my honor to let you have the first cookie.
Oh, wow, okay. That was the one I wanted.
That's what happens.
It's like a cakier texture, which you had said. It's really moist.
Yeah.
You can tell that it's not as sweet.
I actually kind of prefer not super duper sweet. So I really like that.
What do you think about adding walnuts? Would this be a recipe that you think walnuts would be good?
I would love walnuts. Definitely. Yeah, but like the texture crunch change, I would really like that.
Yep. And actually, these are gluten-free, so I did use a gluten-free flour with them as well.
You
that was a
tricked
surprise.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know at all. Were you tricked? I was tricked.
No, I didn't know. I wouldn't
They're
have guessed.
delicious.
That's the challenge with people that are gluten-free. They have a really hard time enjoying the cookies, and they think they have to have a tasteless cookie, and everybody else gets the good cookies. So you can easily have the entire family eat the same dessert, and the integrity is really still there, and the flavor is still there. I don't have to have a complete diet overhaul to increase my nutrition and decrease my calories and get into balance. You can have these little tweaks of what you eat on a daily basis. Like one of the reasons we did nachos and some of the other foods that we've done.
Right.
Because we just see how do we increase the nutrition and decrease the calories for more of a balance. When preparing your family favorite sweet treats, include fruit, anti-inflammatory spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg to boost the nutritional value. And remember, for best health, moderation is important for any foods with added sugar. Join us next episode of FlavorWise, where we will prepare a meal with Thanksgiving leftovers. Thank you for joining us with FlavorWise, encouraging you to choose flavor and live empowered.
It's been a long day.
Mom, what's for dinner? Yeah, I'm hungry.
I really don't feel like cooking, so...
The best pizza? Look at that crust and cheese. Amazing burgers and steaks, just the way I like it. Food the whole family loves. That's our specialty. And don't forget, 12 lanes of bowling fun and a huge game room. Rain or shine, always a great time. Strike Zone at Pizzone's in Tomah.
At Tomah Health, we're keeping you safe while resuming expanded healthcare services.
I'm Shelley Eggstead, Quality Services Director at Tomah Health. Quality has always been a priority, and it's been part of our mission.
Our staff is taking extra precautions, like offering video visit, virus screening, social distancing, and rigorous disinfecting protocols to provide continuing care.
For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit tomahhealth.org.
What's the more in the Little Cottage home decor and more? Fashion. Shopping is fun at the Little Cottage. Update your look and discover more at the Little Cottage home decor and more, New Lisbon.
Hardware Hank knows you have projects, lots of important projects, from paint to plumbing, electrical, and yard maintenance. We have the area's largest selection of Milwaukee tools. Hey, it's what the pros use. We even have an in-store chainsaw sharpening service. It's time to build your property's value with Hardware Hank New Lisbon.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank, Hardware Hank.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
This hot tub is so relaxing. The stress of the week just melts away.
Hanging out with friends is fun.
And we have so many reasons to get together.
My Traeger grill is the difference between a good
and an amazing barbecue.
The Fun Company Game Room Store
is where the fun begins.
You're watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to the community.
Bluff German Haus Shops is a unique shopping and dining experience with over 50 antique and artisan vendors with room for 200. Please welcome to the program the owner of the shop, Janet Horstman. Welcome to the show. I can't believe there's so much room. Obviously, there's 200. So can you tell us about your free retail space holiday pop-up shop?
We, Target Bluff, worked with Juneau County Economic Development and the SCORE program, and they had classes held at Target Bluff and virtually as well. And we brought in the people who attended that class are getting November and December free. So, which is really nice because they will be in addition to our regular vendors. They have started setting up. I had 2 come in the last 2 days, and it's really fun to see what they're doing. People's imagination is what Target Bluff is all about, and watching people doing what they enjoy is terrific for me.
So can you tell us a little bit more about the classes and what they'll be covering?
The classes, they're over now. They covered everything from marketing. They're getting specialists in to help work with the students, marketing and display and things like that. And the pop-up shop, bringing them in, that's my part in this, is teaching people how to display. We do, when they have a shop or when a vendor has a shop at my store, I do all of the bookwork end of it. And so they come, they set up and display, and then I'll collect the taxes and all the things that might kind of make people nervous about starting a business. So with the other vendors as well, I guess I'm jumping out of line here. Sorry. But go ahead.
Oh, you're okay. Go ahead. No worries.
Well, with the other vendors, when we bring them in, we kind of help them with their displays, show them how to do things, and we want their space to be an extension of their business. We want them to put their business cards out, and any special orders that people might want to do, they can just grab that business card or take a picture of it. Happens a lot as well. But we're just a little piece of their business, and then they can take those items and those ideas back with them.
Definitely. So when are these free business classes? Or, you know, you mentioned they're already done. So like, when were they, or when are they normally, I guess?
Well, this is just a trial. So the pop-up piece this is the first time we've done it, and they just finished up last Wednesday night. So hopefully in the future we'll do more. It's really a perfect place and setting to do this kind of project. So I don't know, but Terry Whipple from Juneau County Economic Development is the one to ask about that if anybody has any questions.
So yeah, that's awesome. So you kind of walk the vendors through and kind of help them get started.
Yes.
So what if I am a vendor and I want to come to your shop and have a spot? How could I do that?
Well, the first thing I ask you is what do you do or what do you make? And now we have antique vendors and craft vendors. There's about half and half. It's kind of amazing how it stays kind of in that realm. I ask you what you make, and I try to help you figure out what the best size space is. We charge for space only. There's no commissions when you're at Target Bluff. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Anyway, so there's no commissions, and if a customer pays with a credit card, then the vendor does see that discounted off of their check. We try to keep it very simple, very basic. It's a 6-month contract, and if you pay for all of your months up front, then you get a 7th month for free. So it's just pretty simple and straightforward. So
nice incentive. So are they, I know you mentioned like the classes, you're helping them become like part of that pop-up, but you mentioned like if you wanted to come with a vendor, so do you have vendors there all the time, or is it more so when these classes now it's a trial thing, I guess, or how does that?
We have in-house now about 55 vendors, and most of them have been there since the beginning, when we opened in 2018. Sorting out what size space you need, we have different size spaces, and they are priced accordingly. So, is that?
No, that was perfect. Thank you.
All right.
And with those spaces, like let's say we're a vendor and we want to come in, do I have to provide my own shelving or racks, or do you guys have a nice setup for us, or how does that work?
Some people choose either one. I have everything set up, and we have kind of a uniform tower system there. An 18 by 18 by 7 foot shelf with as much glass as a vendor needs. We provide those. We also have a 24 by 24. So an 18 by 18 is $35 a month, and a 24 is $40 per month. We also have gondola spaces in the craft end, allowing you to put up a slat wall and just display a little differently. We try to keep as versatile as we can. We had a vendor come in the other day, and of all things, he was selling, I'm not even sure, they're gourds that are created, they're called snake gourds, but they have a snake face on them. I was going to send you one, and I thought, no, they'll think I'm ridiculous. But anyway, it's a perfect example of a non-typical item, but very clever. Oh my gosh, very, very clever. Anyhow, but he had his own display set up, and it's wonderful. We'll just put it in and with the rest of them, and it just makes sense. So
that's amazing.
Is there, just kind of quickly, if anybody wants for more information, or who can they reach out to, or how do they get a hold of you?
You can call me, or targetbluffshops.com is the website. Yep, everything is on there, but my number is on there as well. So give me a call or stop in.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to hopefully helping you have some more vendors.
Thank you very much.
Well, we want to thank you for watching your hometown news, where we're connecting you to the community.